What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the FuriBee P180, the 180mm FPV racer. And this one here is the FrSky version, and it comes with a FrSky XSR receiver. As you can see, I got the antennas sticking out in the back. I put some zip tie and some coffee straw, my usual stuff, with some hot glue to keep the straw in place. So that is looking pretty cool. This one comes with a 5.8 gigahertz 700 TV line CMOS camera, and it is a VTX that has 25 to 200 milliwatt switchable 40 channel VTX, and we have the one button push button channel changer and configurator right on the top with a LED channel indicator there. And we are given this Pagoda II omnidirectional 2 dBi antenna, so that is pretty cool looking there. This is the first time I got an antenna that is shaped like this, the Pagoda antenna, so that is fantastic. Gonna check that out. We are given the F3 flight controller with OSD, and this one includes a buzzer and LED as well. And the LED panel has some kind of 3 dip switches where you can configure what color you want and stuff like that. So that is pretty cool. Now this came with a Clean Flight 1.1 version. So when I hooked it up, Clean Flight did not even recognize that version and gave me a prompt to install a firmware upgrade. So that is exactly what I did. I installed the latest firmware on Clean Flight, and then switched over to Beta Flight and installed the latest on Beta Flight as well. So now it is rocking the Beta Flight 3.1.7, and that is the latest one. But this one does not come with a micro USB port. So, and they give you this spaghetti cord here that you can connect to this little USB to TTL little dongle here, and what you do is connect this end to the leftmost port right on the FC, and you can go ahead and then put your micro USB cable here and the other USB cable end to your computer, and hook it up to your computer and go into your configurator and do all of your configuration. Right below it, we have the power distribution board, and the funky thing on this one is that the XT60 plug is facing down. And at first, when I hooked it up and tested it out, I just had the battery strapped on. I did not put this little battery plate landing pad combo. That is pretty fantastic that they give you one of these things, and it is carbon fiber as well. And so when I got the battery plugged in, the lowest point of the quadcopter would be the battery cable. So that was kind of funky. When you put it down, it'll flip to one side and stuff like that. But they give you this pad, and because it is on the side, the cable is not quite long enough to plug in your battery on that XT60. So you have to kind of push the battery forward a little bit, plug it in, and push it back as far as it can go, so it could, you know, stay in there. And it rests on the little battery pad. Pretty cool. And they also give you these foam pads right underneath of the arms, right underneath of the ESCs. I don't know why, when this is going to be the lowest point of the whole quadcopter. So this is like unnecessary unless you put your battery somewhere up here or something like that. But anyways, it would have been nice if they put the battery XT60 plug in the back, so you got more room over here in the back to plug in your battery. So on the side, that's kind of a little bit funky. But it comes with the BLHeli 30 amp DShot ESCs, and they are supporting 3S to 4S, and the motors that we are given are the 2205 looks like 2300 kV motors, and we are given also this 4-inch bullnose props. I don't know what the numbers are on these props, but that is looking pretty cool. These are the only 4-inch props I've ever gotten, so I don't have any spare. So if I crash, they do give you some dual bladed props, extra ones. I'm not sure why they do that. If you break one, then you'll have to replace the whole quadcopter with these bladed props. So I'm gonna have to order some tri-bladed 4-inch props to have in case I damage these guys here. Now there's also this TPU printed 3D printed green thing right in the front here. I was tempted to take it out because I'm not sure if they serve any purpose, because if you can see the top housing protects the camera very well. I cannot even see the camera sticking out, so it has a really nice design. But if you hit right here and if you crash, oh man, this antenna is going to go, and the VTX is right on the top and it is zip tied onto the top plate. So you know, that's a weak spot right there. Anyways, after maybe I do this review, I'm going to go ahead and take this baby out. Just got to unscrew a couple of screws for the standoff that's going sideways, and it can slide right out. Or you can even get a little knife and just kind of hack away and just pull that baby out. So that is that. And check out the frame, guys. It is an X frame, and looks to be about 4 millimeter in thickness here. So it is a really nice little frame that they are using here. I don't think I can break that, and it is nicely protected by these little protrusions, so you don't mess up your motor when you crash land. And like I said, it has a XSR receiver, and what it came with is a bind button, a remote bind button. I shoved it back in there somewhere, but yeah, I shoved it really back in there. I can't take it back. I don't know how I shoved it back in there. And I did take this apart and did put a little double-sided sticky tape on my XSR receiver and stuck it on the flight controller so it doesn't move around. But kind of like Shuriken, where they give you a bind button on the outside of the quadcopter, and so you don't have to mess with the receiver bind button. So it has a remote switch where you press it and plug in your quadcopter 2 power to have the receiver go into the binding mode. So that was fantastic. So you could actually bind and fly just without having to open it up. It's just that I just wanted a double-sided. Oh, look at that! My double-sided sticky tape is kind of coming undone there. But anyways, I could kind of push it in with a little stick or something. Anyways, they do provide you with that bind button, so that is pretty cool. Now, so let's take a look at what else you get in the box itself. So we already talked about the dual bladed props here, and we talked about the USB to TTL little dongle here with the spaghetti cord, so you can configure your stuff, and everything came in this little bag. The only thing left in this little bag is a Allen wrench, so that is provided as well. So the Pagoda antenna was in here, and this contraption here was in there as well, and they also give you an extra battery strap. So let's go ahead and check this baby out. I'm gonna fly it first with a 3S battery and see how it handles that 3S battery, and we'll probably go and stick a 4S battery on there and see if it does its job with the 4S battery. So let's go ahead and check out the flight demo. All right, we are ready to go with the FuriBee P180, and I got my Tyrannus here all set up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and we are set to go. And let me plug in the battery, which is a little bit difficult here from the bottom. Let me make sure I got that plug right. Man, it's pretty hard to put in there. Okay, so it's standing up pretty good, even though the battery cord is kind of touching, but that little battery plate on the bottom is helping out a lot, and without it, it'll just flip over. So let's go ahead and test it out. I did do a little hover test in the garage like usual, and it did hover pretty good, but this kind of quadcopter, you shouldn't be hovering in your garage. You should come out in the wide open space to test it out. So I'm going to stand back. This is kind of my first time out in the open. There you go. Looks like it's hovering pretty decent. And I do have a 3S battery on here. So we're testing it out with the 3S first. Yeah, those props make this little noise, like as if they're vibrating or something. But it is looking pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. All right. Not that much power with these 3S batteries. You're just barely floating with 50 to 55% throttle here. So let's go ahead and do a little mini punch out. So it is not that great with the 3S, but you are able to fly it with the 3S. Yeah, I can hear some kind of vibration going on. Okay, one more punch out. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, it's flying pretty good, so I'm a little bit more confident now. All right, one more punch out. All right, not bad. I can kind of hear a little bit of prop wash on the way down. And I'm running Beta Flight stock PIDs, 3.1.7 stock PIDs. And I guess the new 3.1.7 comes with inflated D values as well, 30 and 35. So that is fantastic. All right, so I am out of time, but we are still going. The battery beeper is not beeping. I don't have my LED lights turned on, I don't believe. So I don't have any LED lights in the back. And I believe that's from flashing the new firmware and not copying and pasting the old LED light values from the CLI. I did, however, before flashing it, did copy down and dump the CLI values and put it in a text file. So just in case I want to look at it or copy and paste something. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in and give it a landing. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to land on this table here. Okay, so it's got great control. All right, landed on the table. Nice. And the battery plate on the bottom / landing plate is doing a fantastic job. Nice. All right, here we go. Arming it. Let's go over to the 100-meter bush, check out this range, and it is doing fantastic so far. All right. Feels pretty good. Nice and smooth. A little flip there. Hey, not bad. The P180 FuriBee with 3S. A little bit underpowered in my opinion with the 3S. 30 seconds. You are able to fly around, but slightly underpowered, seems like. Nice and smooth though. This will be a nice little quadcopter that you can begin doing some practice with. Woohoo! Nice. No problem. Beyond 100 meters, and we got good video. Not bad at all. Pretty maneuverable too. Not bad at all. Awesome, awesome. For some reason my on-screen display is not coming on. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. I think that's a pretty good flight time there. Alright. Little flight with a 3S battery on the P180. Alright guys, we are ready to go with the 4S battery. I got my transmitter turned on, and here it is, the 4S. And now, because there's one more segment of the battery, now it stands up a lot better off the ground. And even though when I plug in the battery cable here, now the battery plate is the lowest portion and the battery cable is not even going to be touching the ground. So that is good news here with the 4S. So let's go ahead and plug that baby in, and let's see if this one can handle the 4S torture. All right, arming, and uh-oh, something is wrong with my front right motor, guys. It will not spin for some reason. All right, what's going on? Nothing's wrong with it. Let me reconnect, and maybe it will reconfigure the ESCs. Yeah, it's moving. All right. Okay, there we go. Reconfiguration. All right, 4S, baby. I can hear a little bit more vibrations. But it does have a lot more power on my fingertips here. I think a little bit better props will make this quadcopter sound better. And that VTX on the top plate, the top plate is not really completely secure between the two side plates. So maybe the vibration sound is coming from the VTX vibrating. And I think on my first FPV flight with the 3S battery, I saw a lot of lines on my video feed. So it is not really static, but it's just lines. So the VTX might be not secured on the top plate very well. So let's go for a little punch out, a little timid punch out, maybe 75% throttle here. Let's see, bring it back down, and let's do a little bit better punch out. Oh yeah, now it's got a lot of power. Damn it. Okay, my timer's going off, which isn't accurate. Okay, one more punch out and it's gonna be a full throttle punch out. Oh yeah, freaking fast. Lots of power. Sorry about my language, it just came out. All right, one more. Nice. Yep, it can handle a 4S. So that is fantastic. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it in and slap another 4S and try out the FPV. Okay, let's bring it in very gently. Come on. All right. All right, here we go with the 4S battery, checking it out. Arming. Whoa. Nice little takeoff, got a lot more power. Nice. Oh yeah, I can feel a lot more power now. And I see a little bit of jello upon throttle up too. Nice. Hey, pretty decent flyer. Not bad at all. See how fast this thing can. Yeah, there's a little bit of. That was about only 70% of throttle there. Woohoo! Not bad at all. Really, really nice, guys. The P180 with the 4S, and it is doing pretty good. Very nice. Time to bring her in.
10, 9, 8, 7.
I don't want to bring her in.
5, 4,
Okay, I'm going to bring her in from this side.
1, 0.
All right. That is the P180 with the 4S battery flight. All right, just got done flying the P180 by FuriBee with the 3S battery and the 4S battery as well. And it flew pretty good. I got these red props from its brother, the G180, because I did kind of mess up on the props as I was installing them and taking them off. I think I bent one of the props and it was giving me a little bit of jello. So I switched it over to these red ones. And what I also did was I took that TPU 3D printed the little thing in the front, that protector thing in the front, got rid of that. It is looking pretty fantastic without it. Probably cooled down everything inside a little bit better as well. And I love this battery plate on the bottom as the landing legs as well. And I took off those landing pods on the arms, and I just zip tied all of the ESCs right onto the arms itself. And I think that's about it that I changed since yesterday. So it is looking pretty good, and it is flying pretty good. I need to get a little bit more extra 4-inch props, but it did fantastic. I'm really impressed with this baby here. So this is going to be one of my go-to quadcopters for practice and stuff like that. So that will be fantastic. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope to see you again next time, and have a great day.